Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? I'm great here by the grace of God, the Lord of the Lord, the King of the Kings. Friends, Nikolai uh, Machiavelli was by birth a Florentinian. He born in Florence uh, in perhaps in the 15th century, around after 1400, I think 60 or 62, like that, and lived for 58 years. By profession, he was historian, a diplomat, philosopher, uh, author. His famous book, what I should say uh, is the basis of theory of the modern political science, or you can call him father of modern political thought and science. His famous work is The Prince. You know, it's such a piece of paper which suggests that power corrupts ruler, and uh, sometimes, it suggests that sometimes a ruler has to be very unethical, immoral, while managing his or her state. Same principle had been adopted by the various oligarchic or dictatorial powers, governments, ruler in the human history. He was much inspired by and rather worked along with Leonardo da Vinci, a famous painter, a mathematician, and you can read it on YouTube about Leonardo da Vinci, who he was. He was much impressed and influenced by Socrates, Plato, Rousseau, Francis Bacon, and after reading or knowing or having company like of Leonardo da Vinci, he finally wrote his masterpiece, The Prince, which is in the syllabus of modern political science, and in which he suggests that uh, mm, though he was considered very unethical at that point of time, and his book couldn't been able to, though it was written in the year 1413, 1513, but couldn't be possible to make it public or publish after 1532. It was published after his death, 5 years after his death. Now I'm coming to the point that, yesterday, very, I would say methodically, eh, to a great extent, I posted couple of, rather it was a history of dance right from uh, Honorable Madhu Balaji, may God bless her. He was, he belonged to the era of my father, youth era and afterwards, from Madhavalaji to Madhriji, and rest So I posted a lot of songs, dances, they were classical, mudra form of, or a little bit XYZ, they had a tinge of modern dance elements with a couple of the artists, you know. And most of the friends, even I would not, I will say, even my elder son in the United States of America couldn't been able to appreciate such a sequence of dances, and audience of friends became, uh, you know, just like uh, having the tinge of Machiavellian thought, and didn't comment anything whatsoever. Not all of them, but few of them adopting the Machiavellian philosophy of having power that they cannot or they will not pass any comment on my site postings. And I'm a disappointed soul. So there's a sort of a behavior sometimes, uh, people in the social media, or all those who are in relation with you, they, in one way or the other way, they are prone to, or um, you know, behave like that, adopting the philosophy, adopting Machiavellian philosophy. Okay, we have power not to apply, we will not apply. Leaving aside the morality, the norms of morality, courtesy, decency, with all of the education, information, and experience of social relations. So I I'm again deeply aggrieved of this sort of attitude, and again I'm going to do a corrective action. I think it was my fault. Normally, it is the fault of the public or people who empowers, who allows rulers or such sort of social media users these days to overpower them and um, least consider them that they should be given any response. It's a very pathetic situation. It's a really very pathetic situation. But anyways, I'm going to respond what they must have been thinking. If they can adopt such sort of a Machiavellian philosophy, then in the modern age I do have every right to behave like that. I'm going to block them. Block them. Bye bye.